what my client wants me to do is build a historical sheet for them. So this would, let's say, for example, we have a list of names on one sheet, and we'll call this the source sheet. And then on the other sheet, it would be a historical sheet, and it would reflect the name and the date and time that the change was made. So as we enter names here, we want those changes to appear here with the date and time that they were added or changed. So let's build this. We're going to use VBA, of course. So we'll go into our VBA editor. Just change the names of some of these objects just so it's easier to access. We'll call that source. We'll call that historical. And then basically what we want to do is anytime we are changing a record, we're going to have it send that change over to the historical sheet. So we'll say, we're going to basically create a module. Mod hist. And we'll say we're going to commit changes. So public subcommit, and we'll pass in a range. So basically what we want to do is this range that is the parameter is going to act as the recipient of the change on the source sheet. So we're going to pass in this target. So we're going to basically call this with this. And we probably don't want to include the first row. So if the target row is 1, then we can exit because we don't want to include the headers. Oops, then exit sub. There we go. So in this instance, what we want to do is find basically the last row where we're going to start committing names. So for something, since it's just going to be a contiguous list going down on the historical sheet, we will just do something like this. We'll set up a range that we can use. We'll set the range equal to the historical cells. We'll say sheet history dot rows dot count in column 1, and then we'll go up and we'll go down 1. And so that should consistently give us the bottommost row. And then in this cell, we want to put in the value that's being passed in, and then in the column to the right, we want to put in the date and time. And so now as we type in names, we should get a history of everything that we're typing in. So John, Joe, Sam, Jane. And we should get all those with a date and time stamp. And then if we make changes to the records, we should get that too. Now we obviously would have to make this a little more robust, so that we know that this change to this, we could probably use in this instance, barring any other information, we could use the row number, but we'd probably have like a unique identifier also. But yeah, that's how we could capture historical changes within a sheet. Instead of writing to the historical sheet, you could also write to a local database. You could write to a SQL Server, Postgres, whatever.